Okay, we're back here at Gary's lab, and we are currently working on an AA5. We started the other day. The surface was pretty well. It had some corrosion on it, and it wasn't really too bad. It was just filthy. So I took one of these brass cleaning scrapey brushes and just go over the whole thing, and then I take Scotch-Brite and go over the rest of it with a glove, and it turns out looks pretty nice. I drilled out the capacitor that was down. This was empty. All these wires were cut out. The red, black, and yellow wire, and the green were just hanging in here when I picked this thing up. I got this at Goodwill, and I replaced all these the paper caps that were in here. This one, and this one. The resistors are all in good shape, it seemed like, and I put called for 50 and a 30 mic, 250, so I put two 47 400s in here, 47 microfarad, 400 volt, and that should work fine. This wire here was hanging loose, and it looks like it went back on this side of the tuning capacitor. I hope I'm getting all this in the shot. Anyway, so they soldered this back on the tuning capacitor, and the speaker cone had some damage already on it, and there was also a little hole up here which I glued back together, and some of the paper from the gasket was all torn loose, so I took Elmer's wood glue and glued it back down. And so I've recapped this thing, checked all the resistors. I haven't checked any of the tubes, of course. I just I'll check them in circuit. We next is just to put the speaker back and solder it back in place. Oh, and when I pulled that the mount for the old capacitor out, which it was riveted in, and I drilled it out. I'll save that for something else. That might come in handy on some occasion. Anyway, I just ran a number 6 screw down in there with and put I put a four position tie strip. I'll think of the word eventually. A tie strip in here, so I have something to attach these to, and it makes for a pretty decent installation, I think. Anyway, so we'll get to pulling these screws out here and remount this little speaker in here. It's got a little cutout in the front area for the chassis for it to sit back inside the box. Get that in there, and put this other screw in. Okay, now these old wires here, I'll just feed them back through pretty much how it was. Give this a little bit of a twist. Don't want to twist it too much. These old wires, they're pretty brittle, and they'll snap right off on you, and then you're left with less wire to work with. Okay. I love working with liquid flux. It just makes everything wet instantly, and solder just flows so well. I don't know how I ever worked without this stuff. It's a really good flux. And grab some solder here. Got a whole shot glass full of little solder bits. Anyway, we'll just go right in here. And solder this up. There. I keep bumping that camera. I'm going to have to figure out a better place to put that, but for now that's it. Now you can see it's soldered in there quite nicely. I will trim off the excess here. And installation of that. I'll make sure I get a little bit of a wire. You don't want that floating around and dropping into a tube socket. Okay, let's see. This is the 35, the 50 C5, which goes down here. This is the amplifier tube for this output, and so this one must be the 12AB6. Yep. We'll plug this in here. And this is going to be the 12BA6. And this is going to be the 12BE6. And last but not least is the 35W4. Okay. Put the snippers back, put the screwdriver back. Alright. Well, next we'll, I guess the next thing to do is get ready to fire it up, see if it's got any life in it. I'll plug it into the isolation transformer because, well, oh, and I just noticed another tear in the cone. I just noticed that tear right there. You can see light coming through right there. There's a little tear in the cone. I'll go back and get some more wood glue out and put that in there. It only takes a few minutes to dry. That's too bad I didn't notice that earlier. I had this. That's alright, I'll be able to repair it in place. It's just a little tear, but I don't want it to, get worse, so I'll put some glue on that. I think we can probably just give this a try and see if it even makes any sound first. I haven't fired this up ever. I put all these parts in. Hopefully we'll put it on current limit. And we'll see what happens. See if it even makes any noise at all. We'll start up at about 60 volts. I'm going to turn off my... That's... Well, we had snafu, of course. Anyway, this poor old thing's deaf as a post. No sound at all. I can tell for sure these three are lighting up, but I'm not sure about these two. So I'll mend that tear in the paper on the cone. I'll flip this around and give it a couple goes over and see if if I'm getting any signal in at all. Also, I might try and hook up some kind of an antenna. Usually, I guess these things use a power cord for an antenna, but I'll see if I can rig something up. Anyway, and then I'll show you the pictures. I took some stills. I'm not sure if I didn't shoot any video. I don't think. These were pretty yellow. I had to wind up painting those. There's the dial face, and here's the case. Anyway, it turned out really nice. I hit it with some polish and rubbing compound. Turned out pretty good. Hopefully I can get this thing to make some sounds. Otherwise it'll just be a pretty boat anchor. Anyway, alright, let's try and see if we can get some electrical life out of this thing. I'll be back when I know more.